Alrighty, guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Seven Deadly Sins Revival of the Commandments, episode 11. So, last episode we had the guys training a bit more. We had Meliodas joining the fray. We had them go into some like mysterious tree, which seems to put them in like some kind of slumber state, and they like fight in there and train up, I guess. I don't know how it fully works, but we had King actually being very aggressive against Meliodas. I'm still unsure whether that's supposed to be actually King's behavior or if the tree is manipulating them a bit or whatever power is helping them train. So I guess we'll probably learn more about that this episode. We also had a different story going on with Bon, who reunited with someone who helped him as a child, who ended up being a beast man, which Bon never knew about, and now they managed to conveniently reunite right before he looks like he's about to pass. So that's pretty sad, but I'm glad that the guy got to see Bon again and that he's alive because he just assumed Bon was dead. So, yeah, cool stuff. I'm really looking forward to this episode, so let's jump into it, shall we? Alrighty, so we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Yes, some nice recap after I just recapped. Lightning God Embrace! Hey up, King and Meliodas and the Beastman stuff. Zhivago or something his name is, or something along those lines. Was Zhivago from a different show? And nope, it is Zhivago. I knew it was something similar to that, or I thought it might have been something similar to that, but I couldn't quite remember. Zhivago was the first thing that came to mind. I was like, wait, is that another show? But yeah, this sad story, though. Poor dude. I'm really glad, like, how Bon handled that situation. Oh. And I thought it was an invisible enemy, but nope, it was just King. Okay, so this isn't supposed to happen. That's cool. I like that. That was a nice little flurry of attacks. I like the sound effects. They're really good. Can he pull it away? What? He clipped him, I guess? But how did he... Whoa. Okay. That's cool. He, like, opened the wound a little more. I wonder what that was. Status promotion is what he said, I believe. Interesting. I mean, he does have, like, obviously some kind of, like, magic, but we've always seen it tied to the spear, right? We haven't really seen it, him using it separately. Although he is using the stick as a weapon like he does the spear, so I don't see why he couldn't do stuff like that. I just didn't know he could do stuff like that. Trying to watch ahead a bit, so I'm watching this and ReZero tonight, because even though it's earlier than I normally do, I have to reformat my computer and get everything reset up and everything, because I'm having some issues with my hard drive that I won't elaborate with. So do. It's probably I've realized that I'm I'm a techie kind of dude, so I know how to do all this stuff, but for some reason, even though I know you're supposed to reinstall Windows like every few years, it's literally been 7 years since I built my computer, my gaming computer, and that's what I use to record on and everything. I found like 7-year-old files and stuff. It's like very much due for me to do this. All right. Father and Son. Subtitles messed up a little bit there, but that's fine. Starting right off with this. Yeah. Jericho's crying. Don't answer so fast. Whoa. What? Oh no. Damn, Bond had a shitty life, man. It's amazing he came out the way he is. Like, he's not the best dude. I'm not gonna say he's, like, perfect, but he's definitely a good dude. Masako. Oh, are we gonna see back to when he told him about it? Yep. I'm gonna go steal it. I like this background track. And that's why he didn't want to leave where he was before, because he had his cub up in the mountains too at that point in time. Who are these people? Lost their father. Oh no. Oh, some people are coming back to life, but I don't think it's the kind of coming back to life that Bond's looking for. The fairy forest. And I'm about to sneeze, I think. Whoa. Wait, what? Well, that doesn't sound good. Poor Jericho's. Huh? Oh, excuse me. I apologize. Jericho, so salty. Hey, Damn. Aw, this is so sweet. I love this. Just messing with her. Aw. Take the compliment, Jericho. I mean, it is true because Elaine wasn't human, and neither is Zhivago. So, and neither is Meliodas or Deanne or King. At least I don't think Meliodas is just human. I mean, obviously he has some demon stuff. Oh, and then they're gonna cut back to the fight with King and Meliodas, aren't they? That'd be good timing. Okay, maybe not. Oh, friggin' Meliodas. Zhivago. I love his voice. Oh, damn. Is he gone? Opens his eyes and he's like, just kidding. uh, that's sad though. Alright, we're back to this. Oh, she's still trying to make it grow. Nothing's gonna happen yet. Very ominous beat in the background. So what's... Hmm. But he's been your friend for how long, King? Like, why are you doubting him now? Hmm. Disaster. Damn. Alright, cool. I didn't think we were gonna get an explanation like that, but that's awesome. Oh! Or did it? Hmm. Oh. Interesting. Hmm. Shit. King seems so much more stronger than he seems in, like, majority of other fights that we've seen him in. Like, don't get me wrong, he's had his moments, like when he took out the Albion, but he had to muster so much power. But I feel like he's like so strong here. What? What? Oh shit! Oh, what? I did it. I love how Meliodas just like casually like thought of that based off of King's attacks. Hmm. Did we ever see that? So casual. Oh. Oh shit. Oh, was it the full counter? King's gonna get his wings, isn't he? Maybe. So Meliodas trained enough to be able to take it now after that one little scrape. Oh, that just gave me Hunter x Hunter flashbacks. Os. Oh, will Meliodas be able to handle this power? I guess he handled it before. It's just when he goes out of control is when it's scary, right? And it all goes back into Meliodas. That is a that seems like a lot of power that friggin' Merlin was able to take from him. All right, so will it change him at all? I'm sure he's gonna be normal. Oh, they all noticed it. Oh, Galen thinks he's dead too, right? Or did Galen realize that it was fake already? I can't remember. I love it. I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen like that, but that was so good. He's exactly the same as before. Oh shit! Wait, what? more than 10 seconds. Oh my god. I want to see that whole 10 seconds of combat, like, right now. Oh no, is the episode gonna end before we see it? Oh shit. Oh shit. The music. Oh shit. Damn. Damn. Oh, I love the music in the background right now. Gallon is getting stomped, but he's still getting up. It's fairly impressive. Mmm. Oh. That is awesome. This has been far more than 10 seconds, but I guess it's anime. So oh shit! It's anime seconds. Was he just that quick, or is that an ability? Zeldris. Brothers. 15 seconds. You have to survive 10 seconds. Is that what she said? Maybe I read it wrong? Wouldn't be the first time I read something wrong. Oh shit. Oh, he got teleported back, didn't he? So is Gallon still alive, or... Okay, he's still alive for now. He's mad! And... Yep, that is it. Ah, oh, good episode, guys. I love that. Oh, man. Alright. We shall watch the outro, and then I think I'll quickly jump back, just because I'm curious if I actually failed to read that, or if Merlin gave him more time, or... It's very possible I misread something, but I could have sworn she said, once I teleport you there, I won't be able to teleport you back immediately, so you'll have to hold out for 10 seconds. And then she said 15 seconds left after he'd already been there for a little bit, so... Either it was a subtitle mistake, she gave him more time, or I misread something. But I just want to go back and check that real fast after these credits. I love this outro song. It's really worn on me because I really like this last bit, but the other bits I wasn't the biggest fan of, but now I think I'm liking them a lot more now. I will love you. that is the end of episode 11, guys. Yeah, so, real fast, I am gonna jump back here. Let's see. There's also one other thing I wanted to check. Okay. It's him. Okay, let's see. I'm really close. I just have to wait to hear in a second. So it's possible, right? There's just one thing. Once I teleport you, there'll be a slight delay before you can be teleported back. In other words, Captain, you must survive for more than 10 seconds. Okay. That's my bad. More than 10 seconds is such a vague amount of time. Okay. Yeah. That was just weird. Weird wording, in my opinion, saying more than 10 seconds. Like, what does that mean 10 minutes? Like, I mean, I guess, because he was there for, like, you know, a solid, like, 20 seconds, and then she said 15 seconds left. Like, granted, it's anime time, and that is always exaggerated, so it's possible he was only there for, like, 5 seconds or something, and then she said the 15-second thing, so really he was there for a total of 20. But you know, saying more than 10 seconds is very, very vague. Anyway, apologies for not picking that up immediately, but yeah, that was a fantastic episode. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to see was all of their reactions, because there's something King said. Because I had theorized in the past, when the Ten Commandments first like got talked about, and they mentioned like knowing Meliodas, and we got all these like hints and stuff like this. I always wondered if Meliodas maybe was like I thought, like, what if Meliodas is the king that created these 10 commandments to defend him and stuff like that, but then he just kind of like left his throne kind of deal. But then King said something about like, are you one of the commandments? And it made me wonder, why would he say that? Granted, they haven't seen them all, have they? So I guess they don't know. But it made me wonder, how many are there? So we have this group shot showing all of them when Meliodas got his power. I think this has got to be all of them, right? Why would they leave one out? And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, there's 10 of them. Okay. So unless that name is a lie, Meliodas is not one of the 10 commandments, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. There's 10 of them in that shot. So there's 10 of them there, so unless one of them technically isn't a commandment and they're, like, juking us with, like, fake information, you know? I don't think Meliodas is one of the 10 commandments. I do still think there is that very small possibility that my theory of him being the king is possible, just because we have yet to see the king. But yeah, we also had a little interesting drop of Zareth? Zenith? What did he say? Shit. I am so bad with names. He said, like, we're brothers, aren't we? Let's see here. I'm almost there. Apologies. Yeah, it should be right after this right here. Zeldris. Okay, I apologize. Zeldris. That he's obviously going to be an important one. He obviously seems kind of like the leader, maybe? I don't know. He hasn't shown, like, clear signs of leadership from them, but for some reason, just because he looks so similar to Meliodas with that mark and everything, I get the same vibes, and he just called him his brother, so that's interesting. I wonder if they are, you know, biological brothers, or just, like, you know, we were friends for a long time kind of brothers, you know? That'll be interesting to learn more about as we go on. So, Zeldris, man. I apologize for having to go back so much this episode. I just want to make sure I have all the facts, everything in line and everything. Unfortunately, like, I'm just really bad with names, and sometimes I miss things, like the more than 10 seconds stuff, and, you know, when I'm trying to react as well as read everything, you know. Sometimes I do like skim a few lines so I can like continue something that I was saying and stuff like that. And yeah, I guess I might just be a terrible reader too. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, regardless of all that, as for the rest of the episode, the fight between, while we're on the topic, the fight between Meliodas and all of them was cool. Meliodas was just stomping them, so I imagine if all 10 of them fought seriously, they could take down Meliodas, because it wouldn't be a very interesting show if the end of this was just Meliodas stomping all of them and the rest of the crew who are all training and stuff didn't have to do anything. So of course, I think the rest of the people still have to train up, get stronger, and be able to compete with these guys. But I love how Meliodas is just like, "Hey, can you teleport me over there? I want to say hi." You know, like that was hilarious and just great. Um, and he just kind of got a bit of revenge on Galland there for the crap he put them through, and just like whooped on him. Now Galland seemed very much alive, but very much hurt as well. I don't know what like the healing time on them takes. You know, I also don't know if one of the commandments is able to heal as well. You know, because we've had like magic heal people before, right? We had like, I think, because like everybody was healed pretty quickly after the Gallant attack, right? Like, because I'm pretty sure the dude really lost his arm. The one guy with like the metal face mask and stuff like that, and they were able to heal it and all that. So, yeah, I definitely, and I think we've also seen Elizabeth do some like crazy healing stuff as well. So, yeah, they might have something like that on their side as well, some kind of healer that helps Galland out, or maybe he just recovers quickly, or maybe they're going to be training long enough that Galland's able to get back to full strength. But I imagine that's not the last we see of Galland. So, um, but yeah, uh, I always love when Meliodas is nonchalant and it like throws the other characters off. It's such a bit that's used a lot in the show, but I still love it. Like when he gets all his power back and they're like, "Oh, I feel an ominous vibe." Like I obviously knew that they weren't going to do something where like, "Oh, Meliodas is evil now," because it would just be screwed, right? Like the 10 commandments and evil Meliodas. But I love the characters just like falling for it. King's reaction, then Meliodas is like, "Just kidding." Like it was just so like funny. I love when he does it, even though he's done it so much. But something I thought about during this episode, when we were watching the whole Bond stuff, I definitely feel like they're doing a lot more this season, something they didn't do last season. Last season, they did give us some character development, but not a whole lot. The last season was a lot of action and stuff like that. Or I guess when I say last season, I mean like the first long one. I don't know about like the little 4 episodes that were in between. I don't know if they consider that a season or whatnot. Regardless, but the whole like first 24 episodes or whatever it was, they did a lot of action and a lot of like cool stuff almost every episode, whereas this season they do have some action and stuff like that, but I feel like it's not as show offy, you know. I feel like we're really digging deep into the characters, and I think it's different, but I like it, you know. I do sometimes miss like times like this where Meliodas goes in and he's just a badass. Like some of my favorite moments are still when like Bon and Meliodas got back together and they arm wrestled and destroyed like a castle with arm wrestling, or when Meliodas caught the spear and threw it back to Little Gil during that first season. Like those are some like the most epic moments that I do kind of miss a lot because we don't always have them now in this season, but I am very much enjoying the character development, seeing, you know, Bond learning about his backstory, learning about the sister he had that died at 4, how Jericho reminds him of her, and seeing Bond reunite with Zhivago and stuff like that. It's just been a pleasant experience, and then also Deanne and King getting some like development as well, you know. even Meliodas got some development. So I'm really enjoying that aspect of the show. Hell, Gother got some development as well. You know, I feel like all the characters have like had their moments and stuff like that where we're really like connecting with them on a deeper level to get us like a lot more invested in their characters rather than just these like, you know, seven deadly sin badass fighters, you know. Um but I think that's really cool. And the whole like Bon and Zavago stuff, like it was just fantastic that Zavago got to see him again and everything. I love that Bon was kind of able to go through his life a little bit and how things have improved, but also have gone like slightly wrong and stuff. And I like how Zavago was like, I I'm happy that you found something to care about other than yourself or something along those lines, you know, because he found Elaine, you know, and before that he was kind of the embodiment of greed, which is obviously his seven deadly sin, and but then he kind of like had that pushed aside due to Elaine. um and even though I know he wasn't a sin at that time, I'm fairly certain because he wasn't immortal yet. I really did appreciate that. That was kind of like the build up to his character and maybe why he got, you know, keyed as greed, because he stole the Fountain of Youth stuff, even though he didn't necessarily steal it. We know better, but anyway, like it's just really cool that Zavago was able to see that, you know, this kid he helped when he was younger kind of raise in a way. I don't know how long they spent together, but at least it was long enough for Zavago to be kind of like a father figure. It's cool that they reunited and he got to see Bon like grown up and matured and kind of like found some stuff in life that he appreciates, and even some stuff that's kind of like hurt him too, like mentioning how Bond would probably wish to join Elaine in death, but he can't now that he's immortal, you know. And he's realizing like the tragedies that also have befell Bond and stuff like that. But I just love that whole reunion, that whole conversation. It felt so wholesome and real, you know? Like there's sometimes where I'm like a little bit cringy with some of that stuff with like a death scene and like reuniting and stuff like that. It's a little bit like but I felt like they handled this like very well. Like I felt just like wholesome and happiness when watching those scenes. Even through the sad stuff that they showed as well, and the fact that he passed, you know, but I felt like it was like a kind of a good passing for him, you know. But yeah, um, there was shoot. I should have talked about it when I thought about it. Oh, right, yes. The only other thing I really have to talk about briefly is the whole King and Meliodas stuff. It kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. Now I understand that they're kind of learning more about Meliodas and realizing that he is part of this demon race, which I think they all kind of do. But for some reason, King is very adamant about keeping an eye on Meliodas now, and yeah, I don't know. I felt like it kind of came out of nowhere. I'm not really sure. I guess maybe because the Ten Commandments are very fixated on Meliodas. Maybe King is feeling like Meliodas is putting Deanne and some other people that he loves in danger because Meliodas is there, you know? And maybe that's what's making King lash out in this way. I'm not positive, but that's just like one of the theories I can come up with. But then also we learned a bit more about King's power is not just like I guess it's just not like the spear isn't like his only power, or it's a part of his power, but I guess his actual power is like devastation or whatever it was called, and he is able to like enhance negative things, but also he's kind of able to grow and destroy, you know, at the same time. Like I believe that that's what they said. Like he's able to, you know, make the forest like swell, but he's also able to keep it under control, which makes him the king of the forest, you know. the fairy forest. And I think that's kind of like the thing. He might be able to like enhance healing factors, but also he can enhance like the wow, trying to say that word, degradation, I think is what I'm trying to say, of like the wounds, like kind of like she said, like he can make tumors grow, but I wonder if he can also make tumors shrink. It seemed like he can kind of like manipulate both in a sense. Is kind of like the way I took it from how she explained it, which is pretty cool. So he was able to like condense down the water droplet and manipulate it to do some damage and stuff like that. He was able to open up Meliodas' wound even more. But the thing is Meliodas full countered that when he tried to open up the wound even more, and Meliodas full countered it. And then after the fight, we had him feeling where his wings were supposed to be. Right after, during that fight, Meliodas mentioned the wings thing, and now I talked about it during the reaction, but I'm wondering if that full counter that he did that was supposed to like open up the wound more, I wonder if either here's my two thoughts. Either I wonder if that power that he reflected back at King is somehow going to amplify like the growth of King's wings, like maybe King hasn't fully matured yet, and that's going to be the way King becomes strong enough to fight these 10 commandments, is he's going to get his wings, and that's going to be some kind of power boost for him. The other thought was maybe something tragic in King's past happened to him where he lost his wings. They were, because there was that whole storyline where humans were taking fairies and cutting off their wings, right? So I wonder if he had his wings cut off, and having that attack be reflected back at him kind of opened up and agitated the wound from where his wings used to be. I kind of like the idea of his wings coming back so that way he gets a power boost, but I'm also like, if it is just the fact of his old wounds acting up, I am kind of curious about like that backstory and what happened to his wings and everything, if that is a thing. I don't know. That's just some random ass theories I'm throwing out there that came to my head as soon as that little scene happened, and obviously could be neither of those. Could be something I'm just not even thinking of. But yeah, guys, I think that's it from me. I think I've talked about pretty much everything I gotta say for this episode. I'm really looking forward to the next one, and seeing where we go from here. Are we gonna continue the training? Have they trained enough? I'm not sure. Or are we going to be going after the 10 Commandments? Are we going to find Deanne? What's Bond going to do? I don't know. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content, and also check out my Patreon if you want to see the next episode. Right now, you can do that on there, as well as supporting me. I also have Patreon exclusive shows on there, like Violet Evergarden and Soul Eater. So check that out. I very much appreciate it. The link is in the description. And yeah, guys, see you in my future reactions. Bye!